Right, garden update number 2, following on from the first one I did a few days ago. Not actually much going on in the garden at the moment, but there's plenty going on within this greenhouse that's actually in the house at the moment. And if I put my hand in there, I've just opened it now, it is really, really warm and humid in there. So it's no wonder that the plants that were only planted, the seeds that were only planted a couple of weeks ago, are absolutely flying up, as you can see here. So let's go through. What have we got? Courgettes, cucumber, lettuce here, and then we've got, they're all sunflowers there. You can actually see how moist it is in the greenhouse, the humid conditions. You might be able to see the drop of water on the end of the leaf there of the sunflower. And then if we come further down this way, we've got our chilies here. And we have 3 different types of tomatoes here. We have beetroot and spring onions. And what we've done is, because as you can see down here, the propagator trays with the seeds in were so bountiful that they needed to be thinned out over the weekend, because what happens is they'll start to get root bound and they'll just grow spindly and then they'll be no good. So they need to be thinned out and put in bigger pots. So I've got a lot more that still need to be done over the next couple of days. And someone asked me, sent me a message asking about when they sow seeds, how many seeds to compost what should the ratio be? And I wouldn't think too deeply into that. Get yourself some of these propagator trays here and just scatter a few seeds in the compost. It's really survival of the fittest when it comes to gardening, and when it's particularly in the early stages. Some will germinate, some won't. In fact, as you can see here in this chili planter, we have 3 different types of chilies. We've got bird's eye chilies here, which as you can see are doing very well. These ones here are habanero, again doing pretty well. And the ones that we planted here were Naga chilies, and for whatever reason, they've just not germinated. And they probably won't now, because they've been in for, I think, nearly about 3 weeks. So I very much doubt they'll germinate now. But that's gardening for you. You'll have successes and you'll have failures, but you'll definitely have more successes than failures if you apply some basic rules, which really are soil or compost, water, and a bit of love and nurture. And that's really the only real secret to it, to being able to grow your own produce. Obviously, if you want to maximize your yields and give them the best chance of giving you as bountiful a crop as possible, you can look into see which plants, like which different fertilizers and things like that. But just that basic recipe, if you're just to start off, water, obviously light, compost, and a bit of love and care. Also, if you're at the stage as we are now, once your seeds have sprouted and you've got, they're competing for space as they are here, then it will be time to put them into some different pots. So all we've done, spring onions, for example, here, me and Sarah, we've just taken them out very carefully out the propagator trays and just planted. There's 6 or 7 or 8 in each pot there. And they'll live in there for another couple of weeks before we'll transplant them outside, and hopefully the soil will be warm enough by then. I'm sure it will be. And in that process as well, you may find that you accidentally damage some of the tender seedlings in the process of transferring them from one place of growth to another. And again, that's just one of the perils of gardening, really. Again, survival of the fittest. You may inadvertently damage 1 or 2. That sunflower there, see, I snapped it accidentally, and I don't think it's going to recover, unfortunately. But again, it's just the way of things. Survival of the fittest. As long as you've planted a fair few seeds, you'll certainly ensure that enough of them survive. You can see how healthy looking these courgettes are looking here. They really are looking good. So they've had a good start. And all of the plants actually have pretty much survived the transplanting process. And then they will undergo that trauma again when they go into the soil outside. But again, once you do that, you just make sure that you transplant them, give them a water straight away, and most of them will be okay. In terms of when are these seedlings going to be ready to go outside? Well, anytime really from this time of the year to mid-May, really, depending on how late the winter is. I still have a feeling we may get a last blast of winter, although there's nothing in the forecast at the moment really pointing towards that. In fact, we do have a pretty extended spell of dry weather to look forward to, pretty overcast, average temperatures, light winds. So, on balance, if you planted outside now, they'd probably be okay, but I would definitely recommend waiting a little bit longer. We'll keep an eye on the forecast, so if you can keep these seedlings indoors like we are, whether just on the windowsill or I doubt many people have got a greenhouse like we have within the house. Or a greenhouse, if you've got a greenhouse outside, it'll probably be okay, but certainly wouldn't plant them out in the soil just yet. So that's where we are really. If anyone has any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll try and answer. I am by no means an expert, but I've been doing this for about the last 15 years now. My girlfriend, since I've been with Sarah, we've been doing it for the last 4 years together. We love it. It's so rewarding. It really is. Just watching these plants grow from seed to harvest, it's a very satisfying and rewarding experience. And the only other news in the garden is you can see some of the buds are starting to form on the plants there. New life, and we've also painted the shed, or we've started painting the shed in beach hut colour, blue and white stripes, which was Sarah's idea. So I think that looks really nice. Other than that, it's looking a bit of a mess. But like I say, I'll continue to do a video each day, every couple of weeks, and you'll be able to see the changing fortunes of the garden. And yeah, I will speak to you all soon. Okay, if you like my content, if you want to see more of this type of thing, please do subscribe. All right, speak to you soon. Bye bye.